Hi guys, this is Tony. This is Tony Silva. I made this video for you to give you a little heads up, a little first look at me, a little sound, little chance to hear my English, to get over that first shock of our first classes next week, which we're going to do on Zoom, which we're going to do a lot of Zoom classes. I have prepared a very long introductory document for you, which I have found, I hope, on the Osaka City University website, the portal, web class, and I hope you found this link to YouTube. I'll let you know right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can, at the bottom of the window, not if it's full screen, you got to go down to like the smaller window. You have like the option for closed captions. You can generate closed captions so you can see the words because I may be talking a little bit quickly. Two, you'll see like a little wheel, a little gear. And if you click on that, you can slow down the speed to 75%. And if you slow it down to 75%, I will sound like this. And I may be a little bit easier to understand. But, okay, little tech tips at the very beginning. Again, I'll try to make this short. But first, important, I want to congratulate you. Getting into Osaka City University is kind of a big deal. You should be proud of yourself. And I know that your parents are proud of you, even though they probably don't tell you directly, and they may not say so much to their friends and relatives because, as we'll learn, talk about differences in language and culture. That's not what we do in Japan, but I know that in their heart they're very proud of you. So, congratulations, and I'm very happy to have you here in my class at Osaka City University. Also, apologies. This is not what you thought university life was going to be. I understand. It would be difficult in any culture, any country. Right now, in my country, in the United States, university students, high school students also, this is their graduation time. And high school graduation ceremonies, no. University graduation ceremonies, no. They are being deprived of that final celebration of all their hard work over the years, and with their special time with their friends and so forth. And you've worked really hard, obviously, to get into Osaka City University, and have been looking forward to this new beginning, this new life, and it's a really big deal in Japan, bigger than in most countries. Moving from high school to university, and not being able to be on campus, not being able to be with your classmates, not being able to join clubs and circles and sports teams, interact with other people in your class and your teachers. That's a big loss, and it hurts, and I get it, and I do feel bad. At the same time, there's not much we can do about it. In fact, there's nothing we can do about it. The only thing we can really do about it is to do our best to do our classes this way, and promise you I will. This is a new, unexpected set of situations for you, and also for all your teachers, and for me, for all of us, for most of us anyway. This is the first time that we're going to be teaching online, and yeah, it's hard for you, and it's hard for us, but we're going there's going to be problems. There are going to be tech problems. There will be tech problems. I'm a tech guy. I know there's going to be tech problems. Um, and communication is also going to be a bigger problem when we don't see each other. We don't have that time before class, after class to like sit around and talk. Um, that makes everything harder. But we can resolve, make a decision to do our best and make the best of it. And we can do this together. And I think we can actually do a good job. It's not as big a difference for the reading and writing classes. This is the same video for my reading and writing classes and my speaking and listening classes. Sometimes some of the students I have you twice a week in both classes. And for reading and writing, it's not a big thing, right? Because when we read alone. When we write alone. We can adjust pretty easily. Not so bad. Speaking and listening, or oral communication, communicating with somebody by speech, that's a bigger challenge with the online teaching. But we're going to be using Zoom for most of our classes. Some of you may already have had some Zoom classes. It does a pretty good job of letting us communicate online, eye to eye, if not face to face. We can see each other. We can talk with each other in real time. We'll make it work. All right. Also, the other thing is that with the hardships, like the whole world is facing right now, right? With the COVID-19 and the coronavirus. But for us in Japan, here at the university, in life in general, hardships, difficulties, challenges that are put in front of us often, they're kind of tests. But when we meet those challenges and face those tests, and when we succeed, and we will, those challenges, those hardships, they make us stronger. Especially for you, they will help you mature. They'll help you grow and grow up in a way that your senpais never had to. And you'll also be developing different technical skills that your senpais never had to do, and which will be very, very important in your future. So it looks really hard, it's really difficult, and it is, but it's not all negative. And we can capitalize on those benefits, that silver lining to the cloud, as it were, some positive aspect to the situation we find ourselves in, maximize that. So let's do that. I put together a really long introductory document for you guys, and so I'm going to try to make this video short so that you have time to look at and read that document. Read it carefully. There's lots of important things in there. I'll just go through it really, really fast. Apparently, if you're watching this video, you've already discovered the Osaka City University web portal and web class, and that's pretty much how we're going to communicate with each other. I'm going to try anyway. Usually I have separate web pages for my classes, for my students, but this year the university wants to channel our communications through this web portal, so we'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll do something else. Not a problem. If it's not working for you, let me know. Well, we're going to be fine. All right. So, again, everything you need to know is going to be that from me is going to come to you through this portal. So I think when I put up a notice or a message, you'll automatically get an email message. I'm assuming that's how it works because I know what I see. I don't know what you see. But hopefully you get an email message. If not, you just need to make a habit of checking regularly to make sure that you get important notices because you need to know what's there. That's where your assignments are going to be. That's where your projects are going to be. Critical information. It's all going to be here. I'm going to assume that you know what's here. Okay. So that material essential. Let's go through it real fast together. The video. It has no URL because I'm making the video. It doesn't have a URL yet. But as I said, I'll put it on YouTube and you can watch it with the closed captions and slow it down if you need to. Okay. Our classes are going to be Zoom meetings. And I guess some of you guys already have had some Zoom classes, perhaps. I made this easy link, but it doesn't seem real reliable. Some people have had some hard times. So if this doesn't work for you, use this link. This one will work, guaranteed. And our Zoom sessions will be at your regular scheduled time for your classes. So some of you I have on Mondays in the third period and the fourth period. So that's when we're going to meet. And on Wednesday, all of you, first period, second period, third period. So in your first period, our session will begin about 8:55. Second period about 10:50. Yes, if you figure this out, these are 100-minute sessions. I agree with you. That's too long. It's too long in a regular classroom, especially for a foreign language. I know you can't listen to 100 minutes of English. It's also not healthy to sit and stare at a screen for 100 minutes. I will try to minimize, make small, the amount of time that you're required to stare at this screen, which is why I want to make this short, because you're going to be looking at the screen so much this semester. It's not good. But included in that package is a calendar along with the grading policies. I talked about my grades. Here's the link for the portal, which you already have found, of course. This one's kind of interesting and different. It's not really has to do with our class, but it's really important for you, for all your email correspondence at the university with your part-time jobs. When you start talking with companies outside the university, it's like wearing a suit. It's your first impression. How you structure your emails. It's really important. Learn how to do it now, and you'll have the benefit throughout your university career, right? So whenever you write to me, for sure, because I'll say, hey, I wrote this for you. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you read it? Why aren't you doing this? Why doesn't your subject header have the necessary information? Why doesn't your email have a signature? Look at this. It's nobody teaches this. Don't know why. It's really important for you, not for me, for you. It's good. I also have some specific things about submitting work by email to me for our class with an example. Make sure you follow that carefully because you have an assignment already for May 22nd. Actually, assignment with 2 parts. And we'll take a look at that. Here's the details about the grading for your classes, how that's split up for the speaking and listening classes, for the reading and writing classes. Some of you may not have the textbooks yet, may not have it for the first week. You're supposed to. They should have delivered them to you, but maybe they didn't. If they didn't, the publisher, Cambridge Press, has put copies of the textbook online for you, so you can access that for free. Here are the links for the listening and speaking. Here's for the reading and writing. It's not the best format, not that easy to use. It's not just a PDF that you can download, but it's there, right? So you go to the website. Here is, one page. Here's the other page, and you can go through and you can make it full screen if you need to. And we'll be working on this fairly soon. But that's what the textbook looks like if you haven't gotten it. You've got online versions, both for the listening, speaking, and the reading and writing portions. Okay. You can read that at your leisure. This is a summary of what we've got here. Your assignment for May 22nd it has two parts, and it's the 22nd, so it's after our class, right? So what I want you to do, I guess this maybe should have been three parts. One, read this material, because that's required, right? You need to know what's here. One. And two, I want you to write a self-introduction. So introduce yourself, and that's got in two parts. One, tell me about yourself. Think a little bit first. It's like, okay, what makes you an interesting person? What makes you different from other people? What makes you unique? Whether it's your hobbies or your activities. Maybe you play the piano for a long time. Maybe you were in your high school soccer team. Maybe you're a dancer. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you were an actor or an actress in high school. You were in a drama club or something. Maybe you've had some very interesting trips overseas. What makes you interesting as a person? Your goals or reasons. Why are you here? All right. You're starting a big project. It's 4 years at university. It's a big project. It's lots of time. Day after day, week after week, year after year. It's lots of effort. It's lots of work. It's getting up early. It's staying up late. It's expensive. Your parents are spending lots of money. I think it's worth thinking about why. Why are you doing this? So this is kind of for you. It's not for me. I want you're starting this project. I think it's important for you to understand why. And here is the link to the form. And this is how you'll submit it. You just hit the form and then link. This form will open up. Put your email address. Anyone is okay, whether it's whichever one you want me to use. If it's a university one, that's okay. If it's a different one, it's okay. Whichever one you check. When I want to contact you, what email address should I use? Use that. Your family name, your last name. Kawasaki, Kawabata, whatever it might be. Your first name, Shinji, Keiko, whatever it might be, first name. Your student number, get used to it. You're going to use it all the time when you're 4 years at university. Sometimes kids get like, M3, what's M3? M3, Getsuyobi, Sanji Kame. Suyobi, Gyonji Kame. So you guys who have, these are the same students, right? If I have you on Monday, the third period, I have you on Wednesday, the fourth period. If I see you on Monday, the last period, then I see you on Wednesday, the third period. And you guys, I just see once a week. So which group are you in? Choose one. Tell me about yourself. 100 words. Not emoji. Not 100 emoji. 100 words. Words, tango, right? And also, why do you want to go to university? That's it. And then hit submit. That's it. So that's part one of your homework. Part 2, I want you to send me a photograph of yourself, a selfie. It doesn't have to be a serious picture. Casual, fun picture is fine. No ears, no nose. I need to see your face. I want to know what you look like. But it doesn't need to be a serious picture. It doesn't have to be like a driver's license picture. No, 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 no. Yeah, a casual picture, a fun picture, expressing your personality, that's fine. But I just want it to look like you because I need to know what your face looks like so that when it comes time for me to do my grades, I know that I'm giving the right grade to the right person because you don't want me to make a mistake and give you somebody else's grade. I don't think. Some of you might appreciate that, but most people want their own grade. And that just helps me figure out who you are, so forth and so on. And this gets a little bit more complicated, just a little bit. So for this part, when you send me your selfie, you send me your picture, each class uses a different email address. And so, because why is that? Well, I teach at 4 different universities. I teach over 500 students each week. I need some way to control all this incoming email, and this will help me a lot. Okay. So, if you're in the Wednesday first period reading and writing class, you'd use this address, TS, Tony Silva, Shukadai, homework, plus W1. Again, Suyobi Ichikame, right? W1, gmail.com. Second period, same thing, W2. Enter. So for this assignment, you guys in the SMHI, the doctors and the tech guys and the nurses, guys can use these addresses for this assignment. But you're going to have the people I have in the afternoon. This is for your reading and writing class. This is for your speaking and listening class. So just you can have different assignments, go to different places, right? So, onagai. Make sure, and I'll show you the example, that in the subject you include your name in Romaji, the name of the university, Osaka City University, the name of your class, reading and writing, your class, Wednesday second period, or first period, or third period, or fourth period, and the name of the assignment, selfie, my photo, whatever it is, in the subject, so that whoever you're sending it to can understand what this email is without having to open it up. Not just for me, this is for anybody. It's part of that other email etiquette that I talked about. That's why that is really thoughtful about the other person. That's what manners are, right? You're trying to make the other person feel comfortable. Never forget. Please, please, please remember this. And we'll look at an example. So anyway, you need to know only, you guys need to know 2. You guys only need to know 1. This is the address that you use for submitting work. You have my email. I'm going to give you, again, my email for questions, problems, and so forth. But use these for submitting homework, assignments, papers, projects, etc. When you're handing in work, use these. If you want to talk to me directly, you get a question, something for me to know, use the other address. So anyway, so these are the addresses for submitting work. And this is an example. So you've got part 1, you've got this anketo, all right? This thing with your name, your class, self-introduction, and why do you want to study. This is part 2. This is a sample email. You send it to the correct address, W2, so I can look at this. I go, okay, this is going to go to the Wednesday second period folder of homework. This is usually filled in automatically by your email address. You don't have to fill that in. This one you do have to fill in. And this is the important one. right? Your name. Oh, my name is here. No. Your name in Romaji. Your name in the subject. Your university. Osaka City University. Again, I'm teaching the same kinds of classes at other schools. The sensei, what's the homework? I says, I have no idea what the homework is. Who are you? What university are you attending? I don't know what the homework is. You have to tell me more, right? Your name, university, which class? Because, yeah, we get off schedule sometimes, and the first period class and the second period class and the fourth period class, they might be on one schedule, and the third period class, maybe you are doing something different. Maybe I had to change things. I change things depending on my students. This is important. And then, okay, is it for this week's homework? Is it last week's homework? Some of you work 2 weeks ahead. Is it 2 weeks ahead? What assignment is this about? Right? All of that goes in the subject. Kita. All of that goes in the subject. All of that goes in the subject. And then there's the message itself. You can be casual. You can be formal. Tony is fine. Mr. Silva's okay. Silva Sensei's all right. Nandamoi. But that's Silva Dake Janakte. Sort of dumb it. I will explain that a little bit later about names. But yeah, here's my photo. Again, doesn't hurt to say, again, I'm Risa. I'm at Osaka City University, second period. You want to include a message? It's great. I love to hear what you have to say. Worries, fears, something that you're happy about, something that you're sad about, something that you're worried about. Dozo. Anything is okay. And then your picture. Again, I want to see your face. Let's see what you look like. Again, doesn't have to be formal, casual, friendly, fun. No problem. Here is the more detailed information about email etiquette, not just our class, but any class, right? What information include? Correctly address the person, Yamamoto Sensei. Make sure you put his name there. I'm not really strict. I mean, I'm going to try and teach you this, but I don't get angry myself. But other people might if you don't address them properly. Professor so and so. Me, you can just call Tony. Subject line. Subject again. Make sure that the subject, all that information is in the subject. Say who you are. Say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm Kenji Murakami. I'm Tony Silva. I'm Sue Berghoff. What's your connection? Because it's like, who? Dare? I'm a student in your class, your third period class on Thursday. Oh, okay. Oh, I know you're at that university. You're in that class. Oh, okay, I know who you are. Say, what's your connection? Say, hi, my name is Yoshi Shimamura. I was a customer at your restaurant last week. I was very impressed with the service. I'm interested in applying for a job at your restaurant. Who are you? What's your connection? Why are you writing? Clear, direct, right? And a signature. At the very end of your thing, at the very end of your email, every email has something that's there all the time. Has your name, has your identity, either your city where you live or the university where you are, maybe your department, email address. Maybe if you have a web page, if you have a blog, you include that information. Maybe your Twitter handle, if you're not ashamed of what's there, be careful. If you got a lot of crazy stuff on there, don't put it on your email to your teachers because they might check it out. Right? You might have more than one. You have one for your friends, one for your teachers, maybe another very, very serious one for if you're looking for jobs and things. So, and be careful about your email address. You might want to change that too if you have a funny email address. You might want something more formal, more appropriate. And this is like a general web page that has some information things. So this is useful, really useful for you guys. Again, not for our class only, but in life, very, very important. Very, very important. Should I say it again? Very, very important. Here's our calendars. You can take a look at that and see what's what. This is our for the speaking and listening on Mondays. That's our calendar. It is tentative. It may change, especially here at the end. I don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen here. But for the listening, it's like your final task, not a test. You're going to give presentations, presentation skills, practice presentations, presentation skills, presentation practice. So we'll go over that in class and cover that. And I've marked the parts where we're going to work with the textbook. How your grades will be determined. You can study that, look at that. If you've got questions, ask later. Reading and writing, same thing. Here's our calendar. Your final exam is going to be an essay. And we will look at essay writing skills here. We will also look at writing skills here to help you learn what you need to do on the exam. So that I'll be a combination of reading and writing throughout the semester. And then here's the information about your grades. So you've got all that information. So I'm going to kind of shut up, but go through this material and make a note of anything that you have questions about. Any questions, anything that you're not sure about, write it down. And in our first class meeting next week, whether it's Monday or Wednesday, please ask. Never be afraid to ask questions. I hear stories from students and teachers about teachers getting angry because students don't know something or because they make a mistake. I will never get angry because you don't know something, because you asked a question, because you don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why do we go to school? We go to school because we don't know. We go to school because we want to learn. I don't expect you to know everything. I don't expect you to know the answers. And if someone doesn't know something, I promise you, in our class is about 25 to 28 people. Class that size. If there's one person who doesn't understand, I promise you, there's probably 10. 10 people don't understand. And if you ask, that tells me, okay, this is something that my students don't know. We stop. I can explain it. We can learn it. We learned something that we didn't know before. We came to class. We didn't know it. I explained it. You learned the right way. You practiced it. You used it. When you leave the classroom, or when you sign off, when you click off the computer, close the window, shut down the program, then you know it. Good. That's success. Oh, we didn't do my lesson plan. I don't care. I really don't care. One thing is important. It's you learning English, all right? That's what's important. And I promise you, I'm going to try to do my best to do that. Try to learn all the different new ways to do that. And if you promise to do your best, to work hard and do what you have to do, is that we're going to have a great time, and it's going to be fun. And I look forward to it. So, this video is a little bit short. The introduction material is very long. Have fun reading it, please. But do read it. Do read it and write down your questions. We will have time in our first class to answer the questions that you've got. All right? So finally, our semester is going to begin. Crazy semester, crazy time. Until then and until the end of the semester, take this coronavirus thing seriously. Be careful. Be safe. Don't take it lightly. It's not a joke. Serious stuff. So, be careful. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. and be seeing you soon in class, huh? Take care, guys, and look forward to seeing all your smiling faces in class next week. All right, take care. Bye bye.